Hey everybody, how's it going? B Temple back again, and today we've got ourselves another Canadian IMP, and this may look like one of the standard new resealable pouch Canadian IMPs, and it's pizza pasta, menu number 14, which was previously reviewed by Smitty. But there is one slight difference of this one. This one is, and I believe this is the first time this has been reviewed on YouTube. We got ourselves a 2021 IMP, not 2020. So we're going to get a look at what maybe some of the, I guess, component changes might have been over time, things like that. But this is, as far as I can tell, aside from looking at one like LNC online, this, I'm pretty sure, is the first 2021 Canadian IMP that's ever been reviewed. So I just acquired this recently. One difference so far, when Smitty reviewed his 2021, it was fruit cocktail. We got pineapple tidbits. These have been brought back to Canadian menus. It was something that was standard for quite some time, so it's nice to see a item like that come back. But yeah, let's get this 2021 first time ever IMP opened up and see what some of the components are like. So we've got our two pouched items. Remember, in these new resealable bag IMPs, they've gotten rid of the cardboard boxes. So we've got a pizza pasta, and it was actually made on the 97th day of 2021. And we've got our pineapple tidbits. These were actually made the 213th day of 2020. But as you can see, there is a slight stylistic difference. The main meal has more of like a matte kind of finish to it, as opposed to this having more of like a shiny kind of finish. I don't know the reasoning behind that, but that is the case. This is awesome. So no plain hamburger, no hamburger bun in this one. We got ourselves cornbread. That's fantastic to see that come back to Canadian IMPs. Used to love when cornbread would be, especially in the chili menu. But yeah, that's fantastic. And it's actually, wait now, it's funny. It says BCI Foods, St. Hyacinthe, Quebec. But then it says product of USA, so it's probably made by Warnick or something like that. But it's nice to see cornbread make a return. We've got grape sports drink. So this is actually one of my favorite ones. I know some people absolutely hate any sort of grape beverage-based powder, but I actually do enjoy this. Another new item. Got ourselves a chocolate peanut spread and some raspberry jam. Feels kind of weird to put it on the cornbread, but anyway, I guess we'll try it that way. Got ourselves a beef jerky. I don't know how tough that usually is, but I'm usually not a fan of these packs of beef jerky they put in the IMPs, but it is just standard beef jerky. There's no sort of, teriyaki or barbecue or whatever kind of flavor to it, so I guess we'll see what this is like. When Smitty reviewed his, he got a Kit Kat Chunky, but this time we got ourselves a pack of M&Ms. Best before February 2022, so we're not that far out of date. They feel like they're in good shape. Got a Nescafe Sweet and Creamy. Obviously, of no need to me. I don't drink coffee, but it is in there. Then we got our napkin, beverage bag, and our spork. And then Tabasco, some matches, our maple leaf embossed compressed napkin, and a little pack of Tic Tacs. So yeah, this is everything laid out for our 2021 pizza pasta main. So what we're going to do now, I guess, is get the tray out and open some of this stuff up. Get our grape drink ready, get these, well, not these, I'm not going to heat up pineapple tidbits, but I'll get the main heated up, and then we'll come back and we'll give everything a try. All right, everyone. So this is everything all laid out. We got our M&Ms and our cornbread. When I open it up, it's basically smelled just the same as if you just open a box of corn pop cereal, something like that. But it looks amazingly fresh, so I'm really looking forward to giving that a try. We got our pouch of pineapple tidbits, and there's actually a fair amount of it there. And then we've got our raspberry jam and chocolate peanut spread. And then we've got our basically chunks of boiled belt leather, I guess. And then we've got our pizza pasta, which, you know, it's weird. It's a weird combination. It's usually something you don't put in your mind of like, yeah, let's make some sort of semblance of pizza mixed with a pasta kind of dish. But the sauce does have a very sort of pizza sauce kind of smell to it, as opposed to just like a standard marinara or something like that. And then you've got, you know, chunks of red and green pepper and some onion. You got some sliced up chunks of what I assume is like Italian sausage, that kind of idea. So yeah, this is our Menu 14 pizza pasta from 2021. So let's start giving everything a try. Oh, and yeah, we got our grape drink as well. So yeah, let's give our main a go first. So when it comes to the actual, I guess, meat content that we have here, there is a fair amount of it. I guess, like, you know, ratio of meat to pasta, there's probably just as many pieces of sausage here as there is actually pieces of pasta. Let's try to get a little bit of everything in a spoonful without making too much of a crazy mess. So yeah, let's give this a go, see what it's like. And yeah, that's delicious. It's not rich. That's the word. I wouldn't use the word rich. The sausage has just a little tiny bit of spice to it. So it's more of like the aftertaste kind of thing. It does leave like just the tiniest little bit of heat on your palate, I guess, when you're done. But I gotta say, this is a really pleasant, very tasty, flavorful main dish. Might seem like an odd kind of combination, but it really actually does work. Yeah, that's delicious. I'll definitely be finishing that. Let's try our grape drink. Oh yeah, that's really good. And it has the actual purple color to it, not that weird kind of blue-hued purple that you find with the USMRE grape drink. So yeah, what we're going to move on to next. Let's get some of our beef jerky out of the way, I guess. I do enjoy beef jerky, but not this particular type. I don't know where they cut corners for Canadian IMPs, but I really do not like these packs of beef jerky. But let's just see if this one redeems itself. I still don't like it, but basically it's the best of the Canadian IMP beef jerkies I've had so far. Not to say that that's like on a crazy scale or anything, but, you know, it at least gained some sort of moisture slightly after I began chewing it. It didn't feel like I was actually eating boiled leather for the entire time. So, you know, I'd give that like a 5 out of 10 at least at this point. But yeah, this is something that I'm always disappointed to see whenever I open up an IMP. That just think like, oh no, I'm getting this beef jerky again. So yeah, I really, really don't like it. So yeah, let's see. Let's try out our pineapple tidbits, actually. The cornbread, to me, still feels like a bit of a weird combination to put with this. But anyway, let's try out our pineapple tidbits. And yeah, that's just the same as you just opened up a can of Dole or whatever, pineapple tidbits, and started eating them. It tastes exactly the same. Yeah, so no complaints about that. I don't actually remember what the fiber content was, but maybe you are going to get a little bit of fiber from the pineapple as opposed to what you might get, say, from like sliced peaches or something like that. But yeah, no complaints about this. It's nice to see it come back. You know, normally you'd find a little bit of pineapple if you got fruit cocktail. That's about the only time you'd find pineapple in sort of more modern IMPs, but it's nice to see this particular component come back, you know? So we've got our cornbread. We're going to do this in several ways, I guess. Let's try a little bit of it on its own first, and then we'll try a little bit with the main, and then we'll try a little bit with the toppings. Get a little zoom in here. And yeah, that's delicious. That really nice corn flavor. Then you've got like sort of butteriness to it. It's a little bit sweet, but not too sweet. It's a little bit savory, but it's more sweet than savory. But yeah, I've got no complaints about this whatsoever. They gave it to us to go with this meal, so it just seems kind of weird doing it this way. But let's try the cornbread with some of the main. And yeah, that flavor combination doesn't really work well with each other. The sweetness in the corn do not mix with the slightly spicy sausage and, you know, the hint of green and red pepper and the sort of tomato sauce base. Yeah, it doesn't really mix. I don't know why they chose of all menus to put cornbread in this one. Maybe it's something that's going to show up more often. I don't know. Like I said, this is the first 2021 IMP I've ever seen. So yeah, maybe in due time, if we get to see some more of these menus, maybe we'll see that cornbread shows up more often, and maybe, you know, get a better understanding of why it's there. But I don't think it mixes well with this one. So yeah, the last thing I guess we're going to do before we try our M&Ms, we should all know what M&Ms taste like. For anyone who's ever actually bought a pack, they don't really change that much. Let's try a little bit of our toppings on the cornbread, and then we'll move on. So we got our chocolate peanut spread. And our raspberry jam. So yeah, let's give that bite a try. Yeah, that's a delicious combination. The nice tartness coming from the raspberry jam. And then you've got, you know, your chocolate notes and that richness, creaminess from the peanut butter. Added in with the, you know, corn and sweetness from the cornbread. Yeah, that's a really nice flavor combination. All right, well, not much more to do, just to try a small handful of these M&Ms. Try to get a few of the colors. I know the colors don't taste any different, but it's just something I normally like to do whenever I'm eating M&Ms. Just try to get as many of the colors as you can. I do miss the lighter brown color that we used to have in M&Ms back in the day, but I guess the blue's an alright inclusion. So yeah, let's try out some almost completely fresh M&Ms. And yeah, those are perfect. Just the same as if you walked into a store today, picked up a pack of M&Ms. I know they've been sitting in a pouch, but I do have to say now, I guess, that Canadian IMPs are put in resealable pouches. It makes me feel like the commercially packed chocolate bars that Canadian IMPs normally have all the time might actually last a little longer now in that situation, as opposed to just being in the paper bag. We know that the paper bag pouches used to be not waterproof. So if they're not waterproof, they're also, I would assume, then not fully airtight. So that could lead to the commercially packaged chocolate bar sort of, you know, losing some of their taste and flavor and just degrading over time. So yeah, I'm thinking that's probably going to be a good thing. Unless you get Coffee Crisp, and sometimes I find Coffee Crisp bars that are in Canadian IMPs go stale really quickly. And even the ones that you go pick up in the store, if you happen to buy one, you know, it's really hit and miss on if it's going to be good or if it's going to be stale already and they only made it a couple months ago. So yeah. So everyone, this has been our Menu 14 Pizza Pasta from 2021. A few differences from the Menu 14 Pizza Pasta from 2020, reviewed by Smitty. So yeah, I gotta say the changes they've made, I actually think I probably would enjoy this menu more than the one from 2020. I like M&Ms a little bit more than I do Kit Kat. The inclusion of the cornbread is much better than the hamburger bun. I'm not a huge fan of the hamburger bun. I wish they could go back to the old rectangular bread that they used to have. The pineapple tidbits are a nice change. I love the main. The two spreads work together fantastically. Just this whole situation is something that I wish they could do away with, but I'm sure I'm probably in the minority on that. So yeah, that's it, guys. I don't really have anything else to say. It's been a little bit of a busy time lately, the end of another year of work, and we just bought a new house and we're moving soon. We're moving next month. So it's been a busy time sort of consolidating everything and moving stuff to storage and figuring out what we got to get rid of and all that kind of stuff. So I'm hoping to get another review done sometime in the near future and get another one out as well. I'm looking to do next a more vintage, like early 2000 IMP. I got a few of those from 2000 to 2001. I'm going to try to give some of those a try as well. So yeah, like I normally like to say, thanks a lot for stopping by, everybody, and have a good one.